Hey everybody, I'm Charis.
And I'm Kelsey, and welcome to Chill Pill, your friendly neighborhood podcast where we react to your weird college stories.
College is crazy, and sometimes things can get a little icy. But as we like to say, anecdotes are the antidote.
That means laughter is the best medicine.
So kick back and relax, and let's take a chill pill. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Chill Pill. So things are going to be a little different today. I am here with Mr. Joseff. Do you have a last name?
Oh, well, first of all, it's pronounced Joseff.
Joseph.
No, Joseff.
Joseph.
Joseph with 2 F's, okay? Joseff.
Joseph?
No, it's too much enunciation. Joseff.
Joseph.
Close enough. I don't really have a last name. You know, like Zendaya, Beyonce, Godzilla. I just don't have one of those. My parents didn't give me one. They just said, Joseff.
I
mean, it's a living.
Okay. Well, Mr. Joseff here is going to be my interim co-host for today because unfortunately, Kelsey is still frozen. She's actually still here in the studio, right where we left her last week. So we'll have to make do with good old tinfoil hat guy for now.
It's tinfoil hat scientist, first of all.
Okay.
Second of all, I need you to listen, okay? I have the cure for this, freeze disease, right? I discovered it last week after my sample number 44238791411.
Whoa. Okay, remember, this is a funny podcast. We gotta keep it lighthearted. It's funny.
Like Seinfeld funny?
Sure, like Seinfeld funny. It's just you can't say things like super serious. You gotta make it like haha. Fun.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Anyway, okay, let's do our quotes of the day, and then we'll talk about the cure. Okay, but funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with our professor quotes. I'll do the first quote. Some people would disagree with me, but I'm the one teaching this class, so.
Oh, okay. My expectations are low.
Wait. You have to react to the quote first. You gotta laugh at the quote. Do we want to try again?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna say the quote, and then you have to laugh because it's funny.
Okay.
Some people would disagree with me, but I'm the one teaching this class, so.
Whoa, that's so funny that a professor would say that, unprompted. Ha 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 ha. Can I go now?
I'm so sorry, listeners.
What did you do?
Nothing. Let's you read your quote.
Okay. My expectations are low, but my hopes are high. That's a funny one. Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Anyway.
Are you feeling sick too?
No, it's okay. I'll read the next quote. This one was a student talking to a professor. The student said, "You have more of my money than I have of my money."
Oh, well, see, that's actually a pretty funny one. Because it's school and you have to pay to go do these classes. And I get it. I'm hip with the kids.
I miss you, Kelsey.
I mean, she's right there. She just doesn't know what's going on. But you told me I can't talk about that. So, my next quote. I would never insult your grandma when you don't have coffee. I have one of those mugs that says, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. And that's one of my favorite mugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next quote. Well, we went out into the public, and the public had the audacity to show up in public.
Oh, I get it. Because they're introverted. For my last quote, I guess, y'all have the attention span of a newt.
Kelsey?
Whoa!
Kelsey!
It's the other one!
Kelsey, are you...
It's because you have the attention span of a newt, Charis.
Wow. She's alive and she roasted people.
Wow, this is chaotic. Okay, hi, welcome back to the land of the living. Kelsey, you've been frozen for a week.
What?
A week, Kelsey. We were like almost done with the last episode and you just froze.
You just left me here?
What was I going to do? Where was I going to take you?
I don't know.
It's pandemonium outside right now. At least I didn't leave you out in the rain like Austin.
That's true.
The door has a semi-decent lock in it. It took me a little while to pick it, so it would have been fine.
Who are you?
You don't know who I am?
Okay,
Are
let
you
me
that hat
explain.
guy?
Yeah. So, this is Mr. Tinfoil Hat. I mean, this is Mr. Joseff.
It's Joseff.
Joseff. Okay, this is Joseff. He's a scientist, okay? He's been talking with me this week and just kind of explaining. He made some discoveries about this illness, okay? I don't know why he came to us. I don't think anyone else would listen to him. Anyway, he's here, and I kind of figured since everyone else is frozen that he would be the co-host since you were frozen, and now you're back, so I'm really happy.
Do I have to leave that she's back, or can I stay?
Oh, you can stay. It's
Ah,
okay.
Really?
Yeah, he's got to tell us about the cure.
But he's weird.
But we need a cure, okay? And also, I'd rather know where he is. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
First of all, it's not called being weird. My mom says it's called being eccentric, okay?
Okay. Anyway, Joseff, why don't you go ahead and tell us about this cure that you've discovered?
Okay, well, it's kind of a long story, while also being a short story at the same time. So, this so-called freeze disease, well, I was studying it in my lab, and I realized that it isn't caused by a normal, pathogen or virus, right?
Okay.
It's caused by this concept called stress. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Well, not many people where I'm from have. So, the more stressed someone is, the more often they will freeze, and for how long it is. So, it's like a cumulative thing.
Wait. So, okay, you're saying that if I am worried about my final exam, I'll be more likely to freeze?
Yeah.
Wait, so how stressed were you if you're frozen for a whole week?
I was pretty stressed. That presentation was so stressful.
I guess you missed
Which-
it.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I think I missed it.
I mean, I think they'll make an exception for
I
you.
hope so.
Sorry, Mr. Joseff, we interrupted. What, continue?
It's okay. It happens all the time. My mother's the worst about it, but, that's what therapy is for. So, the cure for the disease is decreasing the stress in your life.
Okay, how?
Like going on a walk or hanging with your dog. I don't know. Sometimes it's easy to decrease stress. Sometimes it's hard. Especially when you're a college student like yourselves, where
Yeah.
everything is
Mhm.
going on and the world doesn't stop and it just keeps going and going and going until you die. But that's what therapy is for. So the fastest way to cure the disease is laughter, right?
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Okay. So, making people laugh.
Wait, so did Kelsey wake up because she was laughing?
Technically, no, because she was frozen. She couldn't laugh. The fact that we were laughing next to her means she unfroze.
Oh, so you mean even just being around someone who is laughing helps with not freezing as much?
Yeah, that's what they say. Laughter is the best medicine.
Anecdotes are the antidote. We knew it the whole time. You heard
man.
it here first, guys.
I don't get it.
I thought you were a scientist.
I am. Your point?
Anyway,
Okay.
I arranged a couple of callers for today. I guess all three of us can react to them now. And
Mhm.
if anecdotes are the antidote, we might as well take some time to laugh,
Mhm.
right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I've never been
Okay.
included in anything. This is great.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hear our first story, which is from Gianna.
Hey guys, this is Gianna. I'm a SAGU alum and I graduated this past December. And I've got a little story for you guys. You know those chaotic crackhead conversations that you have with your friends sometimes where let's do this or this crazy thing or which order of the buildings on campus would you burn down first? Anyways, not the point. Well, when I was a sophomore, I had one of those conversations with a friend of mine. And it was all about this guy that we were completely obsessed with because he was just, so great. Next level gentleman. And back in our time, he was known as a legend on campus. I kid you not, hundreds of SAGU love letters were written to him. And, we just loved and appreciated him. so much that one day we were having those random conversations, and my friend said to me, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a cult dedicated to that man somewhere. Well, I guess the idea stuck with her because not long after, someone created an Instagram page dedicated to this guy and his awesomeness. And the whole school talked about it. Even the president of SAGU was informed about it at some point. That's how big it got. So thus, that is how the fan page for David Dorset began.
I can't believe that we now know the origin of this fan page, because I wasn't here during that era, but I heard about it. It's still kind of like a local legend.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, no, it was a whole thing. There was a fan page for him. He was Mr. Southwestern, I think, my first year here.
Okay.
He's a really cool dude. He's really cool. It's kind of weird that people stalked him.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That made me uncomfortable. It's why I don't do Instagram. Well, I have one, but people are weird,
Yeah. Yeah, we know.
Yeah. So, who's our next caller?
Our next caller is my friend Angela, and she sent us a story about something that happened the other day.
Hey, my name is Angela Ferguson, and I'm here to talk about a story that happened to me last week, I believe. So I was in the HCC upstairs by the windows, and I was trying to do homework. I was not doing homework. I was watching the midday show, which is amazing, by the way, and I think everyone should watch it. And out of the corner of my eye, through the windows, I look down and I see a professor. I'm not going to name any names, but it was Professor Fenton. And I just see him do a flip just out of the blue. And he just did a half handspring. I don't know these terms, but I just see him vault himself into the air and land it. He stuck that landing. It was really impressive. I thought I was going crazy. So of course I text my friends and I'm like, is this a normal thing that he does? Does he talk about this? Does he keep this hidden to himself? And all of a sudden, all of these undergradlings are up in the upstairs HCC, and we're waiting for him to come back so we can confront him and ask him if he actually did a flip or if I was actually crazy. And he did one in front of us again, but there is no proof of this, just word of mouth. So you can choose to believe me or not, but I did see Professor Fenton do not one, but 2 flips.
I was there for this. Okay, Kelsey, you wouldn't know this because unfortunately you were frozen.
Yeah.
But I was the friend that Angela texted.
I wish.
I was the undergradling. And we were all in the Mac lab and we were working on our different projects. I was actually editing this last episode. I think I had just gotten to the part where you froze. So I was reliving that horrifying moment. When Angela texted me and I looked down and all I see is I just saw Fenton do a flip. Obviously, I announced it to the whole room of DMA students. So we all ran upstairs. There was 5 of us. And we all ran and ambushed him and we just looked at him and said, do a flip. And
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do a flip.
He was baffled because he didn't think that anyone had seen him do the flip. So he's like, how did you know? And it was really funny. And yeah, he wouldn't let us video it though. So we have no proof.
Oh.
Are you talking about Ben Fitton? He has the hair of a man that could do a flip.
That should be one of our quotes.
Oh, apparently I got an email while I was frozen.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of emails while you were frozen.
From one of your South African friends.
What?
Yeah,
How'd they get your email?
I don't know.
Okay.
He just wanted to call to tell a story about you from high school.
No, he did not.
I'm going to call him.
I don't want the world to know about me in high school.
I want to know.
High school is the worst days for everybody. That's when you get shoved into the most lockers.
Oh,
Okay.
I am so sorry for that.
That's what therapy is for.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hi, I was commissioned to tell a few stories about Charis from back in the day. There was this time where, for medical reasons, I had to wear an eye patch. So I had a very massive blind spot on one side, and she found out what this blind spot was and exploited it by hiding in it and then randomly poking me and startling me at random points of the day. Now, I'm getting startled and I'm turning around ready to fight someone, and I just look down and I see Charis snickering, and just the absolute annoyance of it was great. This just shows you that she kind of thrives on chaos, which we love.
Charis.
You're a weird little girl, aren't you?
I am so flabbergasted right now. How did you even get... I'm so overjoyed to hear my friend's voice, and also I feel so exposed.
She is a very, devious person.
I mean,
She unties
fine.
people's shoes all the time for
I
no
have
reason.
a great sense of humor. Listen, I'm protecting all y'all from the freeze disease because I am hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
And she's humble, too.
shut up, Mr. Joseph.
It's Joseph.
Joseph.
Joseph. Whatever. I give up.
I totally one time did not actually realize he had a blind spot. I think I played it off that I was like, haha, I'm being devious, but I just didn't realize that he didn't see me there.
Charis.
Well, you don't think about it that he's lost like half his vision because he's wearing an eye patch. So I was just chilling, and all of a sudden he looks over and like is massively like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Oh, haha, boo!" But I didn't realize he didn't know I was. I didn't realize that he didn't know I was there. But I'm just saying, lots of opportunities for mischief when someone is half blind.
Charis. No.
It's actually genuinely so nice to hear from him, though. That was so cool.
I do feel a lot better after laughing.
After laughing at me,
Yeah, after laughing at you, honestly.
Oh, I see how it is. You don't feel like you're gonna freeze anymore?
Nope.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was worried about you.
Well, at least someone was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this guy certainly wasn't.
Yeah, I'm here. I care. Somewhat.
Uh-huh. I'm so glad you're back, Kelsey. Anyway, so I thought we could end off our show, since this is our last episode. I thought we could end off with our favorite quotes from all 8 episodes.
Yeah.
So I'll go first, and then you can have some time to choose your favorites since you haven't had a moment. So here are my 2 favorite quotes from the whole season. Bro, that's not even a red flag. That's a checkered flag because you're finished.
I love that one.
It's just so clever and witty. And, it's everything I wish I was,
Yeah.
clever and witty, which, anyway,
Mhm.
moving on. Mansplain, manspread, manslaughter. Put it on a t-shirt.
Apparently, one of our listeners wrote it on the whiteboard before their teacher got into class. And the teacher looked at the whiteboard and didn't even question it.
That's so good.
This is an odd university.
Yeah, our silly and goofy university.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Joseph, I know you've been listening to our episodes. So, what are your 2 favorite quotes?
Real quick, before I get into that, stalking is such an ugly word. I prefer watching from a distance, keeping tabs, if you will. Now, let's go on to the quotes.
I'm really glad this is recorded.
Yeah.
I like this one. Why are all of you single? Go to the calf! Exclamation point. Ask someone out! Exclamation point. How can I be a grand professor if none of you are getting hitched? Question mark.
We're going to have to teach you how to read quotes.
Yep.
Is that not right?
You know what? You're fine. Go ahead and read your last one.
I really liked the one you said today. You have more of my money than I have of my money. That was a good one. You did
That's
good.
a good one. So I was looking through these, and this one was so good. One day, I just sat on the toilet and thought, I think I'll be ordained. That one hits me every time.
Don't we all?
Then my second one is, just say you're constipated. Nobody questions poop.
Nope.
I just realized both of them were about the bathroom.
I know Kelsey's humor now.
Potty humor.
Did you do that on purpose or?
No.
Well, that's it for episode 8, our very last episode of
Oh.
Chill Pill. And we're kind of sad to be done.
Yeah. We want to say thank you to all our listeners and all our supporters who's been supporting us through this whole journey.
Yeah.
We wanted to give y'all a little sneak peek behind the scenes of our podcast.
Yeah. So we hate to break it to you, but the freeze disease is not real.
Nope. I was not frozen for a week.
She was not. She was actually there for when Fenton did a flip.
Yes.
But me and Kelsey, we kind of knew from the start when we were going to do this project that we wanted to do something weird.
Yeah.
And we like listening to like audio dramas and just story-driven podcasts, but we didn't want to do the work of writing an entire story-driven podcast. So we kind of landed on this really fun, weird idea of combining real stories from you guys, from our listeners, with this really strange sci-fi fictional plot. And I just really like where we ended up with this strange mystery. And it's been really fun watching and listening to you guys unravel the mystery of our podcast as it went, going from, oh, this is a really funny, just normal, unscripted, to like, whoa, something weird is happening. And it's been so fun. And thank you for hanging in there with us through all our weirdness.
Yes. I will say the only stories in this podcast that were made up were the free stories. Everything else was real. Like even the Magnablin one, the chemical plant blowing up. That one was real. But we wanted to say thank you to everyone who took the time to send us your stories. We couldn't use every story that y'all submitted, but we would just want to say thank you to everyone who did submit them. We loved reading through them. They were hilarious, but we couldn't fit them into like every episode. We had a lot of submissions.
Yeah, we did.
We also wanted to say thank you to our actor who played Joseff.
Tinfoil hat guy.
Joey, he's been a great support, and we love having him on our team.
Yes, thank you for letting me be a part of it. It was fun. It was like I played myself, but even weirder. And now I feel like the Paul Rudd in Friends, and that I'm just here with y'all for the last episode.
We're really happy to have you. It's been so fun. And we appreciate you, both of you guys, being here, actually a little bit under the weather and just pushing through.
I'm dying.
But not of the freeze disease.
No.
But yeah, we just have had so much fun, all three of us here interacting. We knew from the start we wanted a scientist, a tinfoil hat guy, and we just knew that Joey would really do a great job. But yeah.
That feels like an insult. Just be like, oh, we needed a weird little guy, and we thought of you.
So the freeze disease is not real. We know this, but one of the reasons we decided to go with this weird people freezing story is because in college, stress is a real thing, and it really can actually make you freeze up, and you miss out on a lot of life sometimes because you get so zoned in on whatever it is you're doing that you just miss out on stuff in life. And we thought it was really fun to make that connection in the podcast and kind of make a story about stress actually causing people to freeze. And we knew from the start that we wanted laughter to be the best medicine. We wanted anecdotes to be the antidote, because that's something that's so important, is to remember to laugh and to take time to just, go watch someone do a flip or have a surprise call from one of your high school friends where they totally expose you, And we just thought that that would be so fun to tell this story in a weird sci-fi kind of way, but the message there is that laughter is important, and make sure you set aside time for it. So from us to you, thank you so much for listening, and don't forget,
Anecdotes are the antidote.
Yay!
Oh, I'm included.